Hi everyone, I'm just doing a little video on, well, this one's covering a multiple of things. Timing chain, timing train, valve float, and oil. But this one is stemmed from a problem a customer's had with a red tag engine that's been run for the whole season, but didn't run it on what we recommend is the mineral oil. It's been run on fully synthetic, and it's resulted in losing power, but the loss of power is because of valve float. As I don't know if you can see in the picture here, but he's had a collision with the exhaust valve with the timing running late. So the piston's collected the valve. It hasn't bent the valve, but it's just been kissing it. And the reason being is that all of the timing tensioner and train is gone to bits. And it's because the oil has an effect on the rubbers, on all of the rubber components. This is the idler wheel. Now, I don't know, you can't really see much in there. It has lost its little ridge around the outside, but if you listen, if I do it on the bench over here, against the new one, which is soft and pliable, you can see that. But what it's done is it's destroyed top hat. It goes in the actual tensioner damper plunger, completely obliterated it where it's gone like concrete. And it also the lower gear as well has really gone hard. So not the lower gear, the higher gear. It's the actual main tensioner roller that sits up the top there. That's absolutely rock hard. So what's happened is that it's allowed then the timing chain to become really slack and the valve timing float, hence why it's lost performance and it's had a collision. So try and run them on mineral. It prevents this happening. Some of these engines we've had, they've done, you know, they're like 10 years and they've still got the same rubbers in them. Also the oil does affect the cush drive inside the clutch as well, makes that go rigid over a period of time and it breaks up. But so that's that side of it. I'm just going to put this back together and I just want to show you quickly how to prime the tension as well, which is really important when you assemble your engine. So we've already got new running gear in here, new chain, etc. So we take a plunger, put a new rubber bung in the end, like so, feeder up in the crankcase, followed by the spring. Tight coils going up in first, and then the plunger with the washer. Make sure you've got your sealing washer on them. They are a little bit long and you'll be able to battle on your hands. Get that in like so. All your hands. And make it that easy. Right, so we'll tighten it up. About the same, beefed up like that. So now there's no oil in the damper at the moment, so it's gonna move fairly easily. If I turn that round so you can see there's no damping at all there. It's just the spring tension. Now you have to prime these, because if you don't prime it, the first time you fire it up, you've got the potential of it valve floating and causing problem on the high compression engines. There's every chance it will clip a valve pretty much straight away. So as you can see, that's like that. So what you have to do is prime it by pumping oil in, line a hole up. This is the highest hole, so we'll fill that chamber up, and then you have to pump it until it takes on oil. What it's doing is passing through the little ball bearing in the plunger into the lower segment, which fills up with oil and doesn't allow that to be compressed. It's just like a shock absorber really, but it's a type of shock absorber. It goes only one way, it locks out. So just keep pumping it. Some of the primary clutch engines have actually got a primer hole here. So you undo the bolt and you just fill it up there and then put the bolt back in. That's normally it. And also another thing to do is make sure the bolt's not too long. We've had some where people have left the washer off the end, bolt's gone in too far, grabbed hold of the plunger, and there's no tension at all. It's just either locked up or down. So I'll just give that a few pumps. Some of them take quite a bit of oil because you've got to pass it through the small aperture. That's it, we're getting there. It's really important you do this though, as I say, because that's it, we got it. So now we've got it. You can see that it won't return, and that's actually the lockout if you imagine an automatic chain adjuster. As it fills up with oil and as the chain wears, the spring brings it out, more oil goes in and it doesn't allow it to float. So right, I hope that helps, but as I say guys, please use mineral oil in these engines, because all this rubber stuff, as I say, it is rock hard.